my mom got married when she was 19, and if I got married when I was 19, I know exactly who I would have married, who was this guy named Dave. I mean, statistically speaking. No, a specific Dave from my freshman dorm, who was this dude who liked to get high and watch 9/11 conspiracy videos. And can you imagine what a burden it would be if I was married to Dave and, you know, I was just one of the only women out there that knew the truth about 9/11. That would be a lot to carry around, you know? But now, you know, it's weird because there's all these like ladies on the internet that are making these videos about how, you know, women are really naturally meant to be at home. It's like part of our feminine energy or something. But I don't really believe them, you know, because those ladies had to stay home for like 2-3 months in 2020. And they responded by trying to overthrow the government. Doesn't seem like they like it that much, you know? Yeah, you know, I think that it's good that women have jobs, and it's not because like working is cool or anything. Working sucks. It's good to be able to leave a guy who isn't treating you right. You know, back in the old days, you kind of just had to hope he got drafted, you know? I'm bisexual. Yeah. You know, there's a lot more acceptance for bisexual ladies now, but unfortunately, a lot of the additional acceptance is coming from heterosexual married couples. Mostly ones that are having a hard time. And yeah, it sucks because, like, you know, when I put that I'm bi on dating apps or whatever, like, it'll always go down where like I'll get a message from like a really cute, cool seeming lady, you know, and I'll write back some like normal dating app shit, just like, oh hey, you know, what kind of music do you like? And then she'll write back something like, can my husband watch us? I don't even know what to say to that, you know, just like, well, what kind of music does he like? Yeah, you know, usually by the time a couple tries to get a girlfriend together, like it's not the first thing that they've tried to fix their relationship, you know, like they've usually like read some books and gone to therapy, you know, so by the time it gets around to me, that is a lot of pressure to somehow be able to like go down on somebody, get railed, and teach two people with very hardened resentments how to use I statements. Yeah, I mean, I have performance anxiety normally, but like how much more so when if I don't perform well, these people are gonna get a divorce. Like, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna get me on the weekends, you know? Are they gonna tell me that it's not my fault? What if it is, though? Yeah, I had a threesome with a married couple one time, and I'm never doing it ever again because it was so awkward. They kept saying, I love you to each other. And I was like, I don't think this is for me. But at the same time, like, should I say it back? You know, I wanted to model healthy communication for them, but if I ever have a threesome again, it's not going to be in that situation. Definitely not with an existing couple. Like, I would maybe consider just inviting a friend with me when I'm, like, having sex with some guy that sucks, like, just to have her there for, like, moral support, you know? Not even really in a sexual way, just, like, another lady there to just, like, lock eyes with and be like, hey, what is this shit? I am a feminist. You know, that's nice. Usually when I say that I'm a feminist, people get nervous that I'm going to be really angry. And to be honest with you, that really pisses me off. You know, people think that feminism is not cool, you know, and they think that feminists are trying to ruin fun. And I think the reason that they think that is because we are trying to ruin fun, right? Like, a lot of the stuff that people think is fun can be kind of sexist, you know, like sports or porn or even cars. Yeah, even cars can be sexist. Sometimes they run over women. Yeah, you know, there was like a while when it was cool to be a feminist for like a second, like maybe like Obama era, 2014 or whatever, when you like, you know, just like as a white woman on the internet, you could just go on there and just say wild shit. You could be like, I don't like men on a plane. I don't like men on a train. I don't like the way they walk. I don't like the way they talk. Like, it was just a Dr. Seuss poem for sexism. And now, you know, it's like if a guy's on a train, maybe he's an essential worker, okay? We need to be a little more intersectional, you know? Like, I remember when, like, man-spreading was a shit thing. Like, people were, like, mad when guys were, like, sitting like this or whatever. You know, okay, maybe he was sitting like that because he's not conscious of his male privilege, or maybe he's actually a super cool dude who just needs a little extra crotch room. That actually sounds like somebody I'd really like to get to know, so... Yeah. Even like men were into feminism for a while, you know, but it was just always this thing where they're like, yeah, you know, I think the women should be able to make as much money as they want and have as much sex as they want. And, you know, it was just like, okay, is this feminism or do you just want like a fucking awesome girlfriend, you know? It would always be some stuff like porn is empowering, and it's like, okay, like sex work is real work, but also like, is this feminism or is this the greatest trick that men have ever pulled, you know? Like, I'm on board, but we just have to like, yeah, I just need them to like mix in some shit that's like, you know, kind of like more boring feminism. Just like, yeah, what if we have like free universal childcare, you know, like accessible mammograms or whatever. But instead it's always like, you know, ladies, now, you know, you can be free. You can give rim jobs or whatever. And it's like... You know, it's cool that I don't have to be, like, subservient to a guy or something, but, like, now I'm expected to eat his ass, or, I don't know. Yeah, you know, it sucks that, like, all this stuff with, like, Roe versus Wade is really upsetting, and I feel like Joe Biden is not doing all he could be, you know? Yeah. People keep making excuses for him, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, he can't really do anything about abortion because of Joe Manchin. And it's like, you're telling me that the president of the United States can't blackmail one dude into supporting abortion. I can blackmail a guy into supporting abortion. I have.